No, this is experiences at the Wagey Cagey. This may be entertaining, this may be interesting, this may give you insights. I don't know if I'll continue this series of video, but it's just something that I want to discuss. So, if you're one of these unfortunate bastards who work in the service industries, you experience everything society has to offer, from the poor and disenfranchised to the super rich and all the assholes in between. Most of the time, about 20% of the people are your basic, hardworking, salty of the earth people who share the same experience as you do and understand. But the other 80% are either these entitled assholes or like crackheads and assholes. Anyways, for whatever reason this happened today is people for some reason hold the cashiers responsible for the prices of like gas and in-store items. And I've mentioned this before, but today someone came with some items. I don't exactly remember what, but I do remember him saying, "Oh, this is so much cheaper at Bucky's." Well, Bucky's is this like superstore on a highway. It's about 3 to 5 more miles from the place I work. And the funny thing about this is like people will come and say this, but it's like, then why aren't you the fuckers at Bucky's? Oh, that's right. You don't want to spend the gas, the extra 3 to 5 miles to go this place because you have to go on the highway, you have to turn off, and of course it burns more gas. So for whatever reason, these dipshits come to this store, which is a convenience store. You're paying more because it's convenience, dipshit. And they'll complain about prices. There was even one person who said our food sucked and that gas is cheaper at Bucky's, but it's like, you're still here getting gas and food, but yet if Bucky's is so much better, why aren't you at that store? Oh, that's right, you cheap ass. You don't want to drive the 3 to 5 miles and spend the extra gas for cheaper items. Maybe because it's out of the way. As in, convenience stores are like between A and B, the shortest location between A and B. But yeah, it's just amazing how people always hold the cashier responsible. But here's what is responsible for you fucking retarded troglodytes. One, the increase in taxes and product. Two, the federal government printing money like it's going out of style. And three, the fucking stimulus money. Yeah, that $2,000 you get, that's what we're experiencing now. For the 2,000 free stimmy checks that you got, oh yeah, you're being gored out and like anally fisted because of that. And now that California and other states are going to issue more stimuluses, hey, that's going to do great for the price of the dollar. And today, when that person was giving me shit, I just said this. I was like, well, sir, I'm just a cashier monkey. I'm not responsible for the prices. And if I was an owner, you'd be paying less. You'd be paying far less for product in store. And that's just all what I, said. Technically, in my mind, these people, it's like, it's a collection of things. And I can't believe I have to say this, but cashiers are not responsible for the prices in store. That has to do with the business owners, and it has to do with circumstances outside the store, like inflation, depression, recession, a fucking retard in the White House. Yeah, that's those problems, and those problems can all be solved if you revolt, vote, or I know save more money or some shit. But it's oof. And of course, that's compounded by the problem of increases of prices and the decrease of the USD, the price of the dollar, which is so they're passing each other. And it's like these people think we're sitting, when the business is closed, we're sitting here doing, the mustache from, we'll make them pay 25 cents more, yes. And it's like, good Lord, man. I hate people. And I thought I was antisocial, like, before I had this job. If you work in the service industry, you will come to realize that you fucking hate people. Now, that's a good, 80%, but there are some gems of human beings out there. It's just like the internet. Whether it's Twitter or YouTube, 80% of humanity, this is a joke, by the way, 80% of humanity just needs to fucking disappear, in my opinion. Like, Thanos snapped. I don't see why people say Thanos is such a bad guy when he gets rid of like 1/4 of the universe's like assholes. Like I don't see that as a problem. But anyways, you guys know what I'd be doing if I had Thanos gauntlet. Oh boy, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Anyways, it's just man. And one more thing in closing, people they get this idea too that if they insult the business or the store, like they think we're gonna react like this. And let's say some of the food tastes like shit, or the gas prices are too high, or whatever the complaint is, they think we're gonna react like this. Look at my store. What did you insult the corporation? Ooh, good night. You know that. It's like no one really gives a shit. They're just there to work and get a paycheck, either at the end of the month or week or whatever. They don't give a shit about corporate loyalty. I know I don't. Or loyalty to the business. I mean, there's few people like the manager, sure, but if you think you're gonna like come in and like get a reaction out of the cashier monkey because you're insulting the business, that's not gonna work. Try insulting the person directly, okay? Like if you're really gonna try, at least, I mean, look at this. There's tons to work with here. Okay? Insulting the business isn't gonna work. It's just not. Because a good majority of people don't give a shit about the corporate overlords or their shitty like business owners. But anyways, that's Tales from the Wagey Cagey. And just know that service workers have, it's probably what like up there is like shittiest jobs. I'd rather have manual labor for 8 hours straight than deal with some of the people I have to. And then there's one more story, you know, elderly people will come in and be like, oh, this used to be 75 cents. Well, it's like, well, in your day, people weren't stupid enough to elect a African American socialist to power and drain any form of success out of a country. And people weren't stupid enough to vote for a mentally deficient old man like Joe Biden, for example, in power and ruin the country. So yeah, things have changed since the 60s and 70s. We even had, and to be fair here, Richard Nixon, the big retard, took us off the gold standard. You know, the shit that gave value to our money and our paper money, you know, something that gave our money strength. Yeah, he took us off that. So now all of our money is essentially like toilet paper, and will probably be like Venezuela in like 5 years, mark my words. And now that the government's just printing out, they just have the printing press and run nonstop. I mean, our value of the dollar is taking a shit, inflation's on the rise, and who knows, we're probably headed for economic collapse. Yippee. We get to experience Fallout IRL. So, hey, if you're a psychopath, a murderer, or maybe you just want some adventure, hey, future looks good for you. But for the rest of us, it's like, whoa, boy, it's going to be fun 5 years, especially if the, of course, you have to be careful here on YouTube. If a certain party cheats again, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun and interesting. But I will say this, if the current government, and let alone the country I'm in, the United States, starts a war with Russia, you think my fat ass is going to put anything on the line for a bunch of decrepit, corrupt politicians? No, fuck you. Or a government that's in shambles, that fucking does nothing for anybody? Think again. They're going to have a hard time finding people that are going to be willing to serve a corrupt bureaucracy. But that's just me. But I, again, the majority of people are idiots and still have that fervor for party politics, which unfortunately is both parties are the same, you know, just same coin but different sides. Or it's like the same turd, but one's like covered in sprinkles and one has nuts in it. That's really the current situation. But yeah, hopefully you found this video interesting. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment down below. Check out the description if you so wish. But just keep in mind that people in the service industry have to deal with a whole lot of shit. So just be nice Even if your current world is falling apart and in shambles, it does pay to be at least a moderately decent, fair, and nice person. It really does. But other than that, don't be a dick. And remember that the cashier is not responsible for the increase in prices. That's outside factors and business, and that's factors of the person paying, isn't it? But there's a lot of angry poor people, or like not angry poor, but angry people who have to struggle with the gas prices increases in rent. But like, I don't know, it's just people far too often are looking to take out their anger on the lowliest person they can find because I guess it makes them feel good. And fuck these people. I hope they get shot right in the butthole. See you guys next time. Take it easy. God bless. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And see you next time.